equivalent to x plus 1. So I have 2 star squared minus 5 star minus 12. The smallest number is 2, but I recognize I can't factor out a 2 out of 5. It's not an even number, and I can't take a star to all three terms. So 2 times negative 12 is negative 24, combines to give you negative 5. This tells you different signs and tells you the larger number is going to be negative. So this would be negative 8 and positive 3. So 2 star squared minus 12. Then in this area, I'm going to do positive 3 star and negative 8 star. Okay, what can I take out of these two? I can take out a star. I'm left with 2 star plus 3. And I'm going to copy and paste this in back. What times 2 gives us negative 8? That'd be negative 4. So negative 8 star, got it? And negative 12. Okay, so I do have a front and a back. They both contain 2 star plus 3. In front is 1 star, and then I have a minus 4. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to replace the stars with what the original quantity was equivalent to. So star was equivalent to x plus 1, x plus 1. So when I distribute, I get 2x plus 2, bring down the 3, 1x plus 1 minus 4. So if I would go off to the side here, this is going to be 2x plus 5 and x minus 3. So in this problem, I'm going to have star equal to quantity x minus 4. So I have 2x to the third minus 6x squared minus 56x. I'm looking at the smallest number, which is 2. And I'm recognizing I can factor out a 2 out of each one of these terms. Not only that, I can factor out a star. So 2 times 1 is 2, but I need 2 additional stars. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. I need 2 stars, 1 additional star. 2 times negative 28 is going to be negative 56. I need 1 star, and I already have it. Coming off to the side, 1 times negative 28. So I'm looking for the combination here. And the combination, they're different signs, and the larger number is going to be negative, negative 7, positive 4. So I'm only concerned with this part. And this will come at the very end. By the way, this is from the previous problem. So 1 star squared minus 28. Now in that position, I'm going to write down the combination, which is positive 4 and negative 7. Remember to put the stars there. I can factor out a star, and I'm left with star, because star times star is star squared, plus 4. Star times 4 is positive 4 star. In the back is going to be star plus 4. And I recognize that negative 7 is the quantity. Negative 7 times star, that works. Negative 7 times 4, that works. So now I have a front and a back. They both contain quantity star plus 4. In front of the front is star, in front of the back is minus 7. And don't forget about the 2 star out front. I need to add that in. So now I'm going to go back, and wherever there was a star, I'm going to replace it with the quantity x minus 4. So in this position, again, forget about this over here. This was a continuation of number 1 from the homework. So I have 2 times some quantity. Then I have this quantity I'm going to replace with plus 4. And then I have the quantity minus 7. Okay, now I'm going to go back and replace those with x minus 4. X minus 4, x minus 4, and x minus 4. Looks like I'm running out of space, so let me just grab another piece of paper that has a blank edge to it. Give me 1 second. Okay, so this first group, when I distribute, I end up with 2x minus 8. In the second group, there's nothing to distribute. There's just a 1. Multiplying by 1 doesn't do anything. So I end up with 1x minus 4 plus 4. And what happens to minus 4 and plus 4? They just cancel out. In the last group, I have x minus 4 minus 7. Minus 4 and minus 7 would be minus 11, and this would be my answer. Number 3. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to have star be equivalent to x squared minus 4. So I have 5x squared star minus 3x star minus 2 star. The smallest number is 2, but I recognize that when I try to divide 2 by 5, I get a decimal. So the only thing I can factor out of all these groups is a star. And I'd be left with 5x squared. When I multiply these, I get 5x squared star minus 3x, again when I multiply, this is the product, minus 2. This is what I'm going to try to break apart. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. I want two numbers that multiplied equal negative 10. They have to be different signs because it's a negative, and the larger is going to be negative. So that's going to be negative 5 and positive 2. Only concerned about this, I'll bring this down later. 5x squared minus 2. And now in that spot, I'm going to put minus 5 and plus 2, and then I have to come back up top here and ask myself what should belong with those numerical values. In the first group, I can factor out a 5x. I'd be left with x minus 1. Let's make sure. 5x squared minus 5x. In the second group, I have positive 2x minus 2. The front and the back contain x minus 1. In front of the first is 5x, in front of the second is a positive 2. And don't forget we had the star. We only need to replace star because this original problem didn't have any stars. So what is star equivalent to? It's equivalent to this expression. So x squared minus 4, that's this part, x minus 1 and 5x plus 2. And although I haven't done anything wrong, I'm not completely done. I recognize this first factor. We have perfect squares of 1 and 4, divisible by 2, and subtraction. So this first parenthesis breaks into 1x in front, 2 in back, 1 is positive, and 1 is negative. Second factor remains the same, and so does the third factor. As a reminder, when we factor something, it's just another way to restructure or to rewrite an equivalent form. Let's look at number 4. Now number 4, oh, it looks overwhelming to look at. So let's see here. I have star is going to be equivalent to x squared minus 1. So I have 7x squared star plus 11x star minus 6 star. The smallest number is 6, and I'm going to start by dividing by 6. Well, 7 divided by 6 is a decimal. 7 divided by 3 is a decimal. 7 I can't divide it by 2. So 1 is the only number I could factor out. That doesn't do us any good. I can factor out a star, and I'll be left with 7x squared plus 11x minus 6. I'm going to come off to the side. 7 times negative 6 is negative 42. The b value is positive 11. And I'm going to grab a calculator, and I believe we can do this together. So let's take 42 and divide it by 1. The difference isn't 11. 42 divided by 2, nope. 42 divided by 3, ooh, that does equal 11. So I believe in 14 and 3. Remember, these are different signs, and the larger number has to be positive. So forget about the star to the end. I have 7x squared minus 6. In this open spot, I'm going to put the positive 14, the negative 3, and I have to come up here to see I have to attach an x. Now the first two I can factor out a 7x, and I'm left with x plus 2. I'm rushing here. I don't want to make sure I don't make a mistake. I'm going to put the quantity x plus 2 in back, and I recognize that if I put a negative 3, I can multiply and multiply again. So there is a front and there is a back. They both contain the quantity x plus 2. In the front is 7x, and the back is minus 3. But don't forget there's a star. Now what is star? It's a quantity, x squared minus 1. Nothing that I've done is wrong, but in order to be factored, it has to be fully simplified. And I recognize this breaks into x plus 1 and x minus 1, bringing down the two other factors.